Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 41 of my Technic pack playthrough series. I'm Neoublie, and today what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and continue working with my quarry. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and get it to go from over and where the quarry is and bring it over to here, so that I don't have to run over there and try and reorganize all of my inventory all the time to get us from here to keep emptying the chest. I'm just going to quickly double check now. What I've gone ahead and done, and I forgot to show you guys, is the progress that's been made over here has been quite significant. Basically got myself quite a bit of stuff upgraded, so we're now up to Mobius fuel, which is fairly decent. If we go ahead and grab that and have a look over on the transmutation tablet, and we've got no lock on there at all, so we grab one of these, pop it over here, and you'll see that it's now just learnt it, and I've learnt blaze powder, alchemical coal, redstone coal. I haven't actually taught it charcoal yet. I need to do that. But as you can see, we're looking at quite a decent amount of EMC. It's actually available there, which is kind of handy. Now, one of the things is we're going to be slowly collecting up this sort of stuff here, and it'd be nice. Oh, hello, Mister. How the hell did you get in here? You're getting big too. Oh, wow. Of course, because I now have the thorum here, I'm probably attracting them because I've gone ahead to that. As you can tell, if you look carefully, I went ahead and found the textures that I required to put into the pack to get this back to normal. There's a few other textures that I'm hoping to be able to find as well. So far, the main things that are missing are things like we're still missing things like the weapons mod, I believe. So if we bring up the weapons, where are we? Here we go. So like the weapons mod, we've also got the kitty cat stuff is all missing still, but all in all, most of the stuff has been done. I've still got to go ahead and grab the railcraft stuff in, but I'm still working on that. So once I get the texture pack sorted, I'll go ahead and I might put together a little video showing how I put it together and what files to copy where. But yeah, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and I've been taking quite a bit of sand and dirt, putting it in here for bog earth. I also went, before I start the series today, I went ahead and rebuilt my peat engines and put them down here as well as over here. Just decided that it would be a good idea to have these running. They should just continue to run. Should be getting a fairly decent amount of wheat. Yes, I am. So yeah, so that's pretty good. What I've been doing as well is with the quarry, I didn't want to go digging sand, it takes too long. So what I did is I used my philosopher's stone and I transmuted a large chunk of the soil into sand so that the quarry would pick it up. So what we're going to do though is, as I was saying quickly about the EMC levels and how we're getting EMC in the form of fuel quite well, I'm going to go ahead and the Klein stars. I'm going to go ahead and look at the recipe for the Klein star, and it looks like we have got plenty of Mobius fuel now and a diamond. So we need to find ourselves a diamond. I think I've used all of my diamonds up, but I should be able to go ahead and let's see what we can do about getting a diamond. If we go ahead and pop that into there, I need 4 pieces to there to get a diamond. There we go, 1 diamond out. And I'll just make sure it is, yeah, it's definitely 8,000. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab our transmutation tablet. I'm going to take that down. I don't want to be turning in it by accident. And what we're going to do is bring up C, and we're going to go ahead and pop 8 pieces around the outside. 8 pieces? Yes, 8 pieces. That in the middle, and we'll get our first Klein star. And this is a Klein star iron. This one here is basically an EMC battery. So if we go over to here and drop this into, I believe it's the target slot. No, my bad. I think I need to grab this stuff out. Actually, it's over here. We're going to have to use it. If we go ahead into here, and I go and drop piece of Mobius fuel into the fuel there, so it's done there. If I go drop that into the unit there, I've now learnt how to make one of these, which is kind of nice, but if I pull that out of there, notice the EMC disappeared, and if you put that back in there again, the EMC is there. So if we go and drop, I don't know, let's see, about half of it maybe, that should be good, pull that out from there, and that's all well and good. If I pop it back into the transmutation tablet, see how there's no lock. I can grab fuel and I can grab matter out all at the same time. So that's definitely something I'm going to be wanting to have. Now I think it can hold 50,000 at max at this level, but if I go ahead and give it enough, in fact if I go and do up to 50,000, maybe it's more than 50,000 that I need to make one. I thought that would be not quite as much as 50,000 to make a new one, because we did learn it. I guess it's 8,000 for the diamond, 8,000-ish for the diamond, and then there's 2,000 each around the outside of it, so it's probably a bit more than that. That will do us fine for the moment. I mean, we've probably got a wee bit of EMC left sitting in here, we do. So if we go ahead and leave that there, we can use that a bit later on. But now at least we can get matter out of here a bit faster, so that's nice and handy. I'm just going to step through the night, and then we're going to do what I said we were going to do at the beginning, which is to head over to the quarry. To do this, the first thing we're going to do is actually have to start making a way for the stuff to get across. So I've got plenty of glass on me, and I've gone ahead and cooked up some stone. So let's go ahead and bring this up. And I'm going to go ahead and place down half of that on either side. And I'm going to make a whole pile of stone transport pipes. And I mean quite a lot of them. I mean, I definitely need to make a fair few. Oops, get that back, come here. I'm also going to go ahead and grab what gold I have, which I think I already have all of the gold I have because I just transmuted some of it away. So let's go ahead and grab some more of that out of here. Ah, it's listed as fuel, that's why it's done that. Okay, sorry guys, my bad, I just figured out what was going on. I'm going to have to grab all the fuel back out of here, that's in here, and that's the reason why I wasn't able to get the Klein Star, because the Klein Star won't be classed as a fuel. So I'll go ahead and grab redstone, it should be the lowest level, and get that out completely. I think I need to grab a piece of charcoal so that I can have something low enough to get that out. Let's go ahead and cook this piece up here, and we'll see how we get on from that. So there's the charcoal. I'm assuming charcoal must be the lowest level of fuel, so if I pop that into here to learn it and pull that out, that should be still not enough. What about that? Let's just burn that and let's try and grab charcoal out and see if we can get it all out. It's a matter of trying to clear the tablet. In fact, I might even do this to try and clear the tablet. I think this probably won't work. It's probably still going to hold on to it because it's all communal. Yes. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and pull out some out there and have it that way. There we go. So now when we put that back in there, I can grab another Klein Star. Sweet. So now I've got two of them. Now I need to make another two of them eventually to be able to go ahead and make it up to the next level. So remember, the recipe for that is to take 4 of the Klein Star ions and make them together to make a Klein Star Zwei, or something. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, which we'll be doing because I want to be able to store more EMC, but at the moment that's fine. Let's go ahead and pop this away so we don't lose one of them. We can also use that later on for other batteries until we can combine it. And as I said, now I'm going to go ahead and do what I was going to suggest, which is to come over this way. What we're going to do is we're pretty much going to start laying down this piping system. And we're probably going to come across, I'm going to come across from about this high here, and I'm going to take it in through the side of the house. But at the moment I'm just going to do this, and we've gone one too far. Now this is probably going to take a little bit of time, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and lay piping down, and I'm going to make my way over to the quarry, and I will come back once I've arrived there. Okay guys, so we're getting close to there. We're running a little low. I've actually used a lot more piping than I thought I would need to get this far, but that's all well and good. I'm going to go ahead and just chew my way through here and try and make it so I can cut back on the amount of pipe that I need. How far do we need to go? Wow, we've got a long way to go. I might even have to go make some more piping because I don't. So yeah, some more. Is it pipe? Yeah, stone transport pipe. I might have to make some more of this. Now, one thing that we know already, and you probably would have already experienced this yourselves. Oh, what the hell happened there? It's an interesting glitch. Okay, is that stone transport pipe and items running through it can be a little on the slow side. I mean, it's certainly not a fast pipe. What we can do though is we can go ahead and I will go and grab some gold out of the transmutation tablet shortly, and we will make that into piping as well, and we can use that to speed up the process. I'm going to go up here The reason for that is because this is where I can get down into my quarry. Oh, one thing I was also thinking about is that I was having a check into this, and I think it's the G key. The first level is Divining Rod, and it goes 3 by 3 by 3. So as I was saying, it's just a little cube is how far it will reach. If you go up to the next level, it's 16 by 3 by 3. So it does always look in a line, and 3 high and 3 wide, but it can go 16 deep. And you go to the next one, and it's 64 deep, 3 wide, and 3 high. So I was thinking about it. Now look at my the side of my map, below my map, it says I'm at level 58, which basically means that if I'm going ahead and looking down and going there, see, I'm looking down and I'm hitting bedrock with this. I'm checking all the way down to bedrock, I believe. If I'm wrong, please do tell me what the story is, but I believe I'm looking down to bedrock, and there's only the highest level of item in here is 512. Now there could be lots of things at 256, could be, you know, completely dense with iron, but 512 is probably going to be something like maybe silver, I think. Now if I go along here, I will keep seeing here, so 256, 256, and if I keep heading along, 512, wow, 8,000. There's something big down that way. So we know that when we get down low enough, we're going to hit something there that's quite big. Now 8,000 for an item is probably something along the lines of maybe tungsten even. Now what I would be looking for primarily, especially at the early ages in the game, was I would be looking for, I'm sure I had something here, I did find one, I was testing it. No, I can't. Okay, I was so sure. There's another 8,000. Wow, what the heck's down there? What I'd be looking for generally would be like about 2,000-ish, or sorry, 8,000 at least. Oh no, so 2,000. No, that's right. 2,000 would be something around the silverish, maybe some bunches of silver, and then 8,000 must be the diamonds. So down that way, there must be a bunch of diamonds. So we'll leave that machine running anyway. Just thought I'd quickly show you that now that I figured it out. I've done a little bit of playing around off camera to try and fix my mistakes from the last episode, including one other thing that I always wanted to figure out how to do. The lossless mode is you hold down Shift, sorry, is it Shift or M? Hold down M and right click. That's right, it's M and right click. And that changes it between, while holding M, lossless mode or lossless mode disabled. So you can enable it and disable it by right clicking. When you have M on the default Tekkit key bindings, it's M held down, you can switch between. Now as I say, I'll have to test exactly how much battery power it uses, but I'm pretty sure it uses a lot. Wow, we've got a full chest. We might as well quickly go ahead and join this up now if we've got enough piping left. It doesn't look like we have. I'm wondering if the best thing to do would be to stop the quarry just at the moment until we can sort this out for definite. So just wait for this to stop, and the residual power in the machine is going to continue to go and get it, and it will slowly slow down as the power drains. So once this is finished dropping stuff off, I will rearrange what we've got here. Okay, so we've got the last of it coming into the chest now, and as you can see the arm will have stopped. It will be stationary. Oops, I can't jump there. It will be stationary now there and stop mining. We have, how much peat do we have left in here? We've still got 14 peat, so that's not a bad amount. 15 in that one. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rearrange this. Now I don't care about the chest that's here at the moment. I'm going to have to empty it and move it across. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and make this... Oh geez, that was a bit far. Try and make this a little bit further extending for how much we can fit. This is not going to be enough. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes once I've got some more stuff to make it. Yes, okay, back shortly. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my resources nice and effectively. I'm going to go ahead and pop one piece of cobblestone there, grab one stone out. Well, I had some in my inventory anyway. I'm going to pop that back into there, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab some more stone out. Now, we don't need a lot more pipes, but what we will do is we'll grab a stack of 64. Right, so now what we can do is we can go ahead and make ourselves another set of stone transport pipes. And one stack should be enough, I think, because we're going to need some more glass anyway. And then what we're also going to do is, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and grab some gold. Target some gold, and we're going to pop the Kleinstar into here for power, and we're going to grab ourselves out, say 8 gold. Keep one for targeting later on. I love a Klein Star. Now I wasn't sure, I thought originally that the Klein Star required having the full version before actually going ahead and being able to be used as a battery. Of course, as I've just shown you, I proved myself quite severely wrong. Now I just made myself an excessive amount of gold transport pipes, and I do actually have some more floating around somewhere. I think actually might be over in the Buildcraft chest. And here we go. Yes, you've got another 8 here, so I actually made way more than I need, but I thought it would be a good idea to have more than I need rather than not having enough. Gonna quickly sleep through the night. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here and I'm going to pop a hole. And I do need to make my chainsaw because the drill doesn't help any faster. Pop a hole through here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and bring this piping through here. Now this is very ugly looking, and later on I will change how this all works, but because I'm going to go ahead and do a lot of work with this, I'm just going to get it over here near my furnace at the moment, which I must be getting close to. Yep, I am. There we go. And I want to bring it to, oops, I've gone too far. I want to bring it down into here, to be honest. So I actually got 2 extra pipes up here that I don't need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up moving almost all the stuff in here out of here. That's not going to work actually. Rephrase that, sorry, give me a second guys. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to here instead. What I'm planning on doing is I'm going to make a new type of chest, a new type of storage. Hopefully I have enough of everything I need. Let's quickly go and grab some more of this fuel. And we've got 13 fuel, so that should be plenty for putting power into this thing. So what I'm going to need to make, if I've got the items that I need to do it, is I'm going to go ahead and make myself a new type of chest. Now I'm going to go ahead and make an alchemical chest if I can find out the recipes. So I've got chest, I can get a diamond, I've got stone, and I've got covalence dust. So all I need is iron, a chest, and get a diamond out. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves, I've got the iron in inventory, sweet. So we just need wood. I need 2 pieces of raw wood. Not raw, that's rubber wood. Rubber wood is very, very plentiful, but of course as you saw when I try and convert it, it only goes into sticks. So it balances out the whole situation, so you can't just go and get like 1 tree and have as much wood as you ever needed. So we've got that, 10 pieces of wood, which is more than I need. 2 pieces of iron, we need to get the diamond, so let's go ahead and grab a diamond out. Let's go and pop that back into here, and I'm going to need to give it some more fuel. That's almost enough. There we go. I see, so when I put stuff into here it combines and I don't actually pull out the EMC and it puts the lock on until I remove the Klein Star. That's good to know. So we've got that, and now I need to go ahead and grab my covalence dusts. Now I think I put them in my Thorumcraft chest. I don't remember where I moved them to. I did move them from there because they didn't belong there. They must be my important precious items. There we go. So we need 1 of you, 1 of you, and 1 of you. And we've got the stone, so let's go ahead and craft this up. So if we go C to bring that up again, and let's first of all make ourselves our chest. Pop that down the bottom. Grab diamonds, iron on either side of the bottom, diamond in the middle, 2 bits of smooth stone on either side of the diamond, and I think it's low, medium, oops, that moves it around, convenient inventory, playing havoc, and then the high one. And there we go, that's what we need. We've got ourselves our alchemical chest. Let's go ahead and pop over here. Now this should go into the top, no problem at all. Now as you can see, same size chest as all the other ones, but the inventory space in it is quite a lot more. So that's all well and good. Now that will go into the top of there, no problem. So this is all done from this end. I'm going to need some more redstone and some more torches because I've got plenty of gold now and plenty of gold pipe, but they are pretty much useless unless you get redstone current going to the gold pipe. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves enough for maybe 20 more torches. And of course, doing that, I'm going to need to go ahead and grab myself some more wood, which is here. Let's just grab ourselves, grab that. And half of that we can turn into wood at the moment, which will turn half of that into sticks. Right, so we're going to do that. 20 more torches, so we've got 24 torches in total, and that should be pretty good. So we're going to head over here. Now we've got enough to make up for what we need, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along and systematically, and I won't do this on camera, I'm just going to go ahead and place down these torches here, and I'm going to grab, these pipes here, and I'm going to pop down the redstone torch to pair up with it there like that. And I'm going to do it probably every 20-ish or so pipes. So that was one, and then I'll probably do one about here. And I'm not too worried if some points are going to be too far apart and things slow down, because the overall process will speed up everything, and I can always adjust it later on if I need to. So I'll do that off camera for the rest of them though, but that's kind of what I'm going to be doing there. And all we're going to do next is going to go ahead and connect up this pipe here and start up this quarry going again. And that will mean that we're getting pretty good. I have to go down the side. I don't want to connect it to the chest at the moment. So we're just going to go off the side of here, and we're going to bring it this way. And I'm probably going to go ahead and drop one right, go one right on the end here. Power that one like that, power that one like that, and power there. And not the most efficient way of using torches, but oops, and I didn't put a pipe here. Oops, that's not good. Right, so as you can see, now things are going to go heading along the pipe, and things are going to slow down, and they're all going pretty quick at the moment. Let's go ahead and pop a torch here. And this is all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go along, and I'm going to have a few bits of stone fall out. But I'm just going to keep everything going fast on this pipe. So I'll be back again once I've finished connecting the rest of this up, or connecting all these new pipes into here, and I will see when I get back. Okay, welcome back. I've now gone ahead and connected it back onto here again as well, and so you can quite clearly see that items are quite happily zipping along here. And down here you'll see that's building up. Now I'm just going to quickly offload all of my stone, wood, and cobblestone, lots of stuff. So we're just going to accumulate it in this chest at the moment. But what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to go ahead and expand the basement down here, and I'm going to make an entrance way to get down to it. Basement? No, I'm actually going to create an attic, I think, and I'm going to do a sorting machine up in there. So that's the next project we're going to get onto, so that's quite good. I'm going to go across here and quickly see about grabbing some of the more valuable items out of that chest, and I'm going to transport them back across. I'm probably going to leave most of the stuff there just as junk, because it's just one EMC's worth of cobblestone and dirt and stuff like that. But you know, this is definitely a good way to get started with getting our resources coming in. And as you can see, it's taking a little while, but it is getting down there. It's going to bring in quite a bit of coal and stuff as well, which is good. So yes, so I'm just going to quickly do some transportation of some of the more important items, and then I will be back again. Okay, and so I've got back over here with what I need. I'm going to go and check some of the precious items that I've got into here for the moment. I'm going to keep coal over here as well, because it's going to be precious due to the fact that I need it for my nanosuit when I get started on that shortly. I'm just going to quickly chuck the other things in here that I don't need for the moment. I was thinking after putting down all this piping, I was thinking, Neo, why would you go ahead and do this long piping system, use all that glass and stone to make that, when you can go ahead and make item teleport pipes? Now, they are definitely in here, but of course I'm still really not got a lot of resources, so I just haven't really gone ahead and done that. But they need to get diamond gear on either side of a piece of glass. So as you can see, diamond gear, gold gear, iron gear, stone gear, and everything. It's quite expensive to make them. You do get, I think, 8 from the set. When you use that many resources to make it, you think you get 8 for them, but of course they pair up 2, so you really only get 4 different sets you can use. And so I thought it would be just easier to go ahead and do it. And I'm in no rush to get the items here, and I certainly don't mind a big ugly gold and stone pipe going back and forth between my quarry. Once I start having to move my quarry again later on, once it gets a bit further down and starts emptying out all the decent resources and then runs out at the bedrock, I might go ahead and pull all this piping down and do it that way. After all that, now that we've got this coming through here and getting a decent amount of stuff, wow, it's already filling up quite quickly, isn't it? That's all well and good. I'm quite happy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a system for getting up into the roof. And I'm going to start building that. Now probably a major part of this build for the roof is going to be done off camera, because you don't need to watch me build, but I'll show a little bit of on camera and just sort of do little snapshots as I'm building it. I think just little pop-ins so you can see it, and hopefully I'll get myself a decent amount of space up there. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a way to get up. Now the easiest way to do it to start off with would be ladders, but I'm not really too keen on that idea, so I'm thinking maybe about the electrolyzer, which is that one there. So I'm going to need a couple of empty cells, machine block, electric circuit, and some copper wires. So that's all easy enough to make. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting that together. Let's see, we've got copper, some rubber, we need some tin, half a stack should be good, some iron ingots. I'm sure I have refined iron somewhere. I'm sure I've got some somewhere. I'll probably have to dig around and see if I can find it out. Did I put it in with there? No, I didn't. I've got a wire there. Right, so I'm going to get started building this. I'm going to get these items together. Obviously tin, you know how to make some cells. I only need one set of those, so let's just get that. I'm going to cook up one piece of iron. No, I'm going to cook up 9 pieces of iron, because I need a machine block as well. So while that's cooking up though, I need some more redstone. Let's go and grab some more redstone. And where's my client star gone? Blind, there we go. I'm loving this. It's such an easy way to make it so that you can get all items at one without having to constantly empty out your EMC value. And I'm going to love it even more once I can get a faster way of building up EMC, and just there's a few things I want to do. One of the things is going to be with a very, very effective power generation solution, which, if you have any idea about industrial craft, there's a very nice way of making power. It's quite risky, but if you know what you're doing, in other words, if you go to the forums and you find out from the forum someone else's decent work, you can get a very, very nice, if you've guessed it, a reactor. That's going to be one of the things I'm going to be doing very soon. I want to get a decent sort of reactor set up, and I want to do it with the help of equivalent exchange. Right, so there we go. So I've got that. I've got my cells. What was it again we needed? We need to get machine block and wires. We've got to make some more wires, which won't be hard. We've got the other resources for that. 6 of those. Let's chuck that into there and grab that. Right, I believe we have everything we need except for the rest of the iron to make the machine block. Okay, and machine block, circuit, 2 empty cells, and 4 wires. And that makes us the electrolyzer. I was about to say it looked like a machine block, but it's not very different. Oh, what did I throw my crystal down here for? Thorncraft, where are you? I'm building up a nice supply of crystals. Very, very nice. 16 crystals now. Much more. I found out what was going on with this door, by the way. Sorry, just completely off topic. Which means I probably can go ahead and use my my symbol, my seeing symbol, and my gold rune now. Because what I found was, well, I actually might go on this door here. Actually, I use this door more. The back door turned out to be more likely used as the front door. What happened is, I took the door off, and I'd put the door down when I had a double door when I was building, and then when I took the one door off, and because it was on the wrong side, the polarity was reversed. Pop this down over here, and pop my gold rune in there, and so that way I now have my sensor again. So inside it will be closed and opened quite happily by a pressure plate, and once the pressure plate's there, I can stand quite easily in the doorway off the pressure plate, and it will stay open. And then when I leave and I traverse away from it, it will close automatically for me. So that's actually even better than what I had earlier on, because now I don't have to worry about opening the door manually when I leave. Before, when I had to, it was kind of suck. So that's all well and good. We've got the electrolyzer now, and I'm probably going to make the electrolyzer go here, I think. And to do that, I'm going to go down And I'm not sure. I've never used one of these before. I've seen it used many times. I'm going to place it right there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab some iron, which I've got there, and I might need to cook up some more. Where was that macerating? I had some more dust, yes. And I'm going to go ahead and create some more items, which is done like so. Is that the iron bars? Iron bars. I need iron fences. Let's see what the iron fence recipe is. I'm sorry, I should have checked this first. Iron fence posts. Where are they? Let's go with fence. I might be able to find it easier. So there we go. Iron fence is made. Ah, it's refined iron. That's my bad. So we'll just wait for that to cook. I'm going to cook up all this iron into refined iron. I will be back shortly. Okay, guys, still cooking up this iron, but I just realised that this episode has gotten fairly long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly make together one set of iron fences, which is probably actually enough, and I'm going to go ahead and place these up here. Now I forgot that I'm using the Spax texture pack, and that looks, no, I don't know if it's ugly, but it's certainly not what I expect. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chop out this thing here. I might actually change this later on anyway again, but I'm going to make it so that I can go up and down through here as a way to get up, because what I'll do is I'll need to make some boots for this, which I've already got bronze boots, which will do the job for the moment. But what happens is you can make it, actually I don't need to take that one there off there, I need to take this one off here. I'm going to use this as the way to get up and down from the house here, and I'm going to need to get some sort of power generation going for that as well. Like I have the generator over that side, but I'm going to need some other way to make power. So in the next episode I'm going to go ahead and make some sort of power system to be able to get to and from, to power the electrolyzer, and then I'm going to go ahead and start building on top of here. I might start building off camera beforehand, and then I'll show you as I progress in the next episode how to get the temporary sort of elevator system going. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The numbers are getting up there really close. We're almost close to the 5,000 video views for my channel. I'm very, very happy about that. In fact, I'm almost ecstatic about that. Still very keen on doing the idea of a world download. Please let me know if you're interested. And until next time, I will catch you later.